Hello my dears and welcome to my channel. As always, I am very happy and grateful you've chosen to spend your time with me and supporting my channel. Really easy. Like the video, leave a comment, subscribe, and click on the notification bell when you'd like to be notified of when I put out another video. And I hope that you are all doing well, but if not, I do hope things will get better for you soon. But in the meantime, join me in meeting the Tarot Spreads Year deck, and I also have the Tarot Spreads Yearbook, and I'll go through the book after I go through the cards. And this was created by Chelsey, Pippin, Mizzi, and illustrated by Cara, Hudson, and published by David and Charles, and it was released April 23rd of 2024, and it retailed at that time for $19.99. And the box is 5 3/4, across is 3 3/4, and the width is 1.5, and the title, which I'm happy to say, is on all the sides. Okay, so go ahead and look at this afterwards. And on the back, discover a year of tarot in 4 seasons. The Tarot Spreads Year card deck introduces readers into using tarot as a tool for mindfulness and creativity, all while having fun and honing their intuition. Featuring 52 spreads to try with any tarot deck, this is the perfect, easy-to-use inspiration tool for getting to know yourself in tarot, covering all areas of life such as friendship, confidence, career, intuition. Explore spreads in the 4 seasons of care, shadow, growth, and change, and dive deep into these seasons with the accompanying 6-page booklet. And then you get little teaser cards. And there's not a ribbon, but the cards fit very snugly. And this is the little guidebook that comes with it. And there's no ribbon, so you'll have to pour everything out. There is an insert that, I don't know why they put this in here, but I guess it's just to compact the cards so they're not all bumping around. But you can remove this. It is removable if you really don't want it in, or it gets ripped or anything like that. Alright, so the cards themselves give you a little bit of an idea. They are larger, which is good in this case because it gives you, I like to have a lot of visuals. So as you can see, regular tarot and the size. And the size is 5.5 height, 3 1/4 across, and the deck itself is 3/4 of an inch. And like the box said, there's 52 cards. Alright, so the cards, like it said, are broken down into 4 seasons. I don't know why they did it this way for seasons, because I'm always thinking seasons as spring, summer, winter, fall, but you can do that too. So we have the 4. They've also named it soul seasons in the book, so do with it what you will on that. Okay, so we have the 4 different seasons. Okay, so we have growth. I should have did this way. Okay, so growth. I think each card pile has 12 different cards. So growth, and I got this out of the little guidebook as to explain them. Okay, so the growth cards, they are spreads to help you to develop your relationship, grow your knowledge, advance in your career. Shadow spreads, to help you confront areas of your life where you may feel shame, guiding you through spreads to uncover buried desires, deal with generational trauma, and challenge your own toxic traits. Change, spreads to support you while you weather change and also fight to make change to your relationships, your job, your life, and your work. And then care, spreads to soothe you and to help you soothe the important people in your life. All right, so I'm just going to go through and do a flip through and show you what these are about. And yeah, I kind of got curious about these. I saw them on Amazon, and I thought it was an interesting deck because, you know, we all can use some spreads. You know, we kind of start doing the same ones, but I always like to find new ones to kind of change it up. Okay, so we'll just do a flip through and you can see, I think, oh, okay, so they are more than, I haven't used these yet, so I just glanced through them. So there are more than your basic one card spread. There's different multitudes, but let's go ahead and so I'll quit babbling. Okay, so we've got this one, and this one is intentions, how I intend to grow, a misbelief I intended to release when I grow, and how I intend to nurture myself when I grow. And that's basically it, is that they'll give you the card with the spread on the front, and I don't know why they did this either. I don't know why they just didn't put the card on the front as well as putting this on the back. And they could have made it smaller to where it fit on one side, but that's the way they did it. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a flip through so you can see each card and what they're about. I think this would be a good collection if you do collect spread books. I know there's quite a few out there. And there's just a multitude of ways you can use this deck. You can use it for the actual seasons. After you get used to the spreads, you can just kind of pick what season you want to do. And you can just keep using the same, you know, section, category, I guess you call it. You can also just pick one card out after you're familiar with the spreads and just use that one. Or you can do a shuffle. You can shuffle them up and then choose one that way if you want to do that. Okay, so that was growth. Next we're going to have the shadow spreads. I haven't seen too many decks. I think I've seen one other deck and I cannot remember the name of it. And sometimes Amazon does have this deck on sale. They do have various decks on sale. Yeah, I have a my own list. Okay, and that is the shadow spreads. And I just make a list of all the tarot decks. And I check it from time to time. So this is change. And they do various sales on some decks. And I think I got this one on sale, but I cannot remember. And you can also use this for like what you're currently going through. If you're looking to change up your life in different areas, you can just pick whatever, you know, the back of the card and use it for that. And if you're doing shadow work, you can use the shadow section. And you get the idea. Okay, so that was the change. And then we have care. And these are nice too because you can travel with these. Instead of if you don't have a lot of room for a book or anything like that, yeah, you can always put these in your bag, and yeah. And that is the deck. And I'm not going to do, usually most of my videos, well, all my videos are shuffling and then I pick a card out. Well, I'm going to wait until I do the guidebook, the yearbook. So I could show you a little bit extra. Okay, so here is the 16-page guidebook that comes with it, little Cliff Note version. They have What is Tarot, Tarot and You, basically just talks about tarot. And then we get how to use the deck, and this is what I read to you guys. It's exactly word for word, and yeah, it just tells you what you can do with that, and it tells you how to use it. And then you have your different seasons, and it goes into a little bit more and questions you can ask yourself. You have the season shadows, and just kind of goes into like shadow work, background on that, and asks you some questions for yourself, and then goes into the season of change, some questions you can ask yourself. And then we have the season of care. And then we have a tarot glossary, because you're going to be working with tarot cards with this deck. And it just breaks it down a little bit. You have your major arcana, minor arcana with the suits and the court cards, and then you have a little bit about the author. Okay. So the book basically expands. I really like this book. Well, I like guidebooks, but this one It goes more into depth about the deck itself, and you'll see as we go by. And I really like the artwork. The artwork fun. So we have the content page. Let me move this over. And you have your content page, and then we go into what is tarot, tarot and you, tarot for all season. Just basically talks about the different seasons in the deck and how to use the book. So you can do tarot journaling and the types of spreads. Kind of gives you an idea of what category to use, card category to use. You're looking for something special. Go at your own pace. You can do this once a week because there are 52 cards in there. So you can do one for every week. So if you really want to spread it out for a year, you can do that. And then we move on to tarot glossary, major arcana, minor, court cards, and what a spread is. And then we have a sample reading, and this just gives you an example about a reading. Then we have the season of growth, and I do believe, let me see, because I didn't compare the two, and I do apologize for not doing this. Okay, so season of growth. Okay, so yeah, it does add more. So it gives you the questions it had in the smaller book, but I'll let you read that at your leisure. Okay, so growth in the tarot, and it just goes into basically just explaining it and talking about cards that represent growth in the tarot, like the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress, and the suits that are associated with it, and then a reminder. And then we go into the cards. So like I said, let me get this one and I can show you. Okay, so this one is just a larger one, and it has basically it has the card on the page right here. So if you wanted to take this, it's the same thing as this, but it's in book style, and it gives you an expanded and just basically tells you about intentions and your growth goals, why you'll be using this spread before you begin, and then when to use it. So it just kind of gives you a little bit more expansion. And yeah, that's basically, and it's not the same for every card. So it's different for every card, but just in a nutshell, it just basically gives you a deeper explanation, I guess is the best word I can use, of this spread. So yeah, it's nice to have this as well, and I'm just gonna kind of go through it just to flip through. And then we have a cycle of growth and journal prompts, tarot mantras for growth that you can use. And then we have the season of shadow, and it's the same setup, shadow and tarot, and talks about the different cards that are connected to shadow work. And you may agree or disagree with their choices for shadow work cards, but that's okay. And it's the same thing for this section as well. And they are, I don't know if you can really see it, they are kind of color coordinated. Okay, so just go flip through that. And then we have the cycle of shadow. We have journal prompts, the tarot mantra for shadow work, and they have the devil, the judgment, and the moon, and the high priestess for shadow work, those cards. And then we have the season of change. Go into that a little bit. Change in tarot. This talks about the different cards again, and a reminder, and we go into the spreads. So I would probably use both of these. Okay, then we have the cycle of change, and then we have the journal prompts, tarot mantras for change, and the different cards, death, 8 of pentacles, tower, and aces are the change. I don't know. Well, I can see the aces are new beginnings, and it's, you know, it's possibilities. It's things that you can change or not. You're given choices with aces. Okay, then our last season is care. And we have the care and tarot and the different cards that represent care. And we have the reminder. And then we have the different spreads, once again expanded on. And then we have cycle of care, journal prompts, and then we have the star, strength, and empress for care. And then we always have the reflections at the end of each season. Then we have the author, acknowledgement, and the index. And I'm really sorry I didn't put more information about the yearbook, but I do believe you can get this at Amazon, because of course you get everything in Amazon. But okay, so I am gonna shuffle and pick one out so I can kind of give you an idea. Okay, so let's see what spread I would choose for January. I'm kind of torn between care and change. Okay, I'm going to do change because January is usually associated with, I'm going to change my whole life in a month. How does that work out? No, not very well. But one change is good for January. Okay, so we're going to do, okay, intentions. Intentions is a good card to start because in January, it's always a good month to not really just go balls to the walls and just go, I'm going to change everything, and you fail by week 2 and you feel like total crap, and you start doing the self-wailing, I'm a failure, I can't do this, and you're not. You just put too much pressure on yourself, and you need to stop that. I know this from experience. But anyway, okay, so I picked the intentions for the change. Okay. So if I wanted to do this spread, I'd do 3 cards. Okay. And so it says in the page of intentions, it says, it may be tempting to come into this season feeling like you're at the mercy of the changes happening to you. So this spread is designed to aid you in reclaiming your role as a change maker rather than a change responder. Go beyond the tower. To get started, shuffle your deck and then flip through until you find the tower. Draw the card behind it and lay it out to answer the first prompt, which is a change I want to make within myself. Do this twice more, shuffling and locating the tower, then drawing out the card behind it until you've laid out all 3 cards in the spread. Okay, so the second one is, the first one is a change I want to make within myself. The second one is a change I want to make for my community. And 3 is how I can be resilient in the face of change. It's a good start. Okay, then it says, change what's in your power. Like many of the spreads throughout the book, I highly recommend journaling your way through this spread. Write in depth about how each card represents a meaningful answer to the spread prompts. Drawing temperance for the first prompt, for example, may nudge you to explore what now is an important moment to make a change in terms of reducing your input or output of money, of energy, of time. While in the second position, temperance could suggest a similar reduction, but in physical resources like plastic, electricity, or fast fashion. In either case, the card is a call to focus on making the most of what you have now. Write about how that suggestion makes you feel, what that change looks like in your life realistically, and what challenges you might come up against while you try to enact that shift. Keep yourself afloat. While the first 2 spreads prompts help you to identify this kinds of change you want to pursue this season, the final prompt is just as important because it will help you to reflect on what you need in order to keep yourself afloat while you make that change. Okay, so you can do it this way, or you can just go get a regular tarot deck. Let me find. Okay, so I just pulled the Skyrim deck out because it was within reach. Okay, so what you could also do is just pull your regular tarot deck and shuffle it. And okay, so a change I want to make within myself. You don't have to do the tower or anything like that. Okay, so the first one is a change I want to make within myself. Oh, sticky. Okay, then the next one, a change I want to make for my community. Then I should have chose a regular tarot just to keep it. Okay, now how can I be resilient in the face of change? So take it. Okay, so we have the Page of Arms as a change I want to make within myself. Okay, so in this deck, the arms is swords. So Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords is basically the youngster. So however you interpret the Page of Swords, Page of Swords typically is you're still learning. And since swords are dealing with mental energy most of the time, I would see it as a change I want to make within myself. I don't know, I'm doing this off the cuff in my head. I don't have it rehearsed or anything, but I would say I want to keep an open mind. I want to look at things from a new perspective. And I want to change my mindset. So that's a suggestion for a change I want to make within myself. Then we have the Ten of Voice, which is, I think that's Cups. Yeah, that is. Yeah, I do believe the voice in this thing is cups. I could be wrong. Or is it pentacles? Yeah, Inside Edition has a really bad habit of changing the suits. So let me look really fast to see. Okay, cups. Okay. Yeah, cups. Okay, so 10 of Cups is 10 of Cups is that. So, community. A change I want to make in the community. Bring people together, I guess. Try and build a community. Be a support system. You know, it's always good to kind of want to build support system for people in your community. I would also say maybe start something to help other people that are struggling, because there's always people struggling, always. And you know, that's something that you could do if you think about it. Then we have, how can I be resistance in the face of change? The Chariot. Go right through. Just be focused. Just be determined. Trust yourself. Trust in the direction you're going. If I was gonna give any advice, like, just stay focused. Just think of what you're trying to do. As they say, think of your why. Your why of why you're doing something, why you're trying to change something. Always make that a priority when you're starting a change, is to say why. Write down your why. Even if you have to put it on a sticky note and put it on your computer or whatnot, just put your why you're doing something. And just try to stay focused, and just, you know, be a bison. Bisons, when they're hit with snowstorms, any kind of storms, they don't run from it. They go straight through, because they know that the only way to get through is to go in. So this is just an example of how you can use the cards. Okay, so that is pretty much what I have for this unique deck. And if you do have it, yeah, just let me know how it's working out for you, and if you're enjoying it, and if you got the book as well to kind of expand on it, or if you didn't know there was a book. If you have this deck and you didn't know that this exists, well, now you do, and now you can get it. But like I said, let me know what you think about it if you want to. If you went and bought it after seeing my video or put it on your wish list, let me know about that as well. And like I said, if you own it, let me know how it's working out for you. I'm always interested. Pros and cons, you know, to help other people make a decision, because that is what my channel is all about. But once again, thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I hope that you will join me with another video. But until next time, take care and goodbye, my dears.